What's going on, guys? So today I'm talking about big toe mobility, and I'm going to use this new band from the Toe Spacer group. So you can do this drill anywhere. You could be standing, you could be seated like this, it doesn't really matter. We're going to throw the band around our big toes, and then we're just going to slide our feet out a little bit so we get some nice tension on the band, and it's pulling our toes inward. Take the little toes and press them to the ground. Let this band pull the toes inward, but also try to be active. So think about actively moving your toes in this inward direction. We'll pause briefly at end range, and then we'll slowly shift the toes back, and then really control it right back to end range, trying to actively go as far as we can, right back, nice and slow like that. 5 to 10 reps, take a little break, that's a good starting point. After you've done a couple sets of that though, take the band off and actively try to do that on your own. I've noticed working with it myself, I lack a little big toe mobility on my right side, so I'm excited to use this band and improve that. And don't rely just on the band. Make sure you do this drill after taking off the band. The band will help you improve range, get a little further, get a little wider base of supports by bringing that toe in, but you then need to go do it without the band, so you train your body to control that movement without the band.
Okay, we're going to place the band on both big toes. Take a step away so that you are ever so slightly wider than hip width so that the band can allow your big toes to abduct. From here, we're going to lift all the toes and bring them back down so that you've got that gap between the big toe and the other toes. And we're going to come up into a calf raise. So we're going to do 10 to 15 reps of these while the big toe is in a different position to what you're used to, and hope to strengthen this position. Remember, when you get to the top, you don't want your ankles to start splaying out that way, so don't come up too high. Just come up high enough so that your ankles are still above the toes rather than rolling out like this. At the end, we're doing an isometric hold, so we're really squeezing the toes into the ground while the heels are up. 5 to 10 seconds, and then relax. All right, so we're going to place the band around the big toe and pull it out the way so that you're going towards the midline of the body, and then from here, we're going to pull the big toe up into a passive stretch. From here, make sure the band is very light so that you could push down with your own active strength. Allow the band to pull you up again, and then you're going to push against it. And do 5 to 10 reps of these. The last exercise, which is a bit more advanced, is we're going to do a squat in this position with our toes. So we're going to put the band around the big toes. Again, this will require a wider stance than usual, which isn't comfortable for everyone, so hopefully this is all right. And again, toes are coming up as we pull the band as far as it goes, and then we're going to place the toes down so that the big toes end up wide apart. From here, we're now going to squeeze the foot in so we create this arch, and we're going to come down into our squat. Of course, with everyone's hip mobility, it can be very different what they find comfortable. So you need to make sure that you have adequate hip rotation and flexion in order to get into a squat like this. If not, if you struggle to get low comfortably, you can actually bring your heels in. This is a bit more intense on the big toe, but it will allow you that hip rotation that you may lack. So if you're okay with hip rotation, keeping the feet facing forward, this is your option here.
Could you do it with the wedge?
Yes, you could do it with a wedge. I'm going to go get that. Say that you lack ankle dorsiflexion and you are being pulled backwards and your center of gravity is going backwards when you squat. You can use a wedge. This is the Toe Spacers wedge. I haven't taken the plastic off because I like it.